What's going on, guys? My name is Mark and welcome to Annyeonghaseyo! Welcome guys to another episode of MarkFilms TV. And before I reveal our topic for today's video, I would like to take this chance to thank all of you guys who have subscribed to my channel because we have already achieved our goal of having 1,000 subscribers. Yay! Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the bell button right there so you will not miss out on new videos from MarkFilms. And also, here's the deal with me guys. Once we've reached our next milestone or our next goal of 2,000 subscribers, I promise I'm gonna be hosting and sponsoring a giveaway. Sounds exciting? So go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Invite my friends to subscribe to MarkFilms, like this video, share it, and leave your comments down below. Alright, so for today's episode, we're gonna talk about something I've recently watched and finished on Netflix. And yes, guys, it's Itaewon Class. So Itaewon Class is originally a webtoon series and now a mega hit TV series both in Korea and worldwide through Netflix. And on this video guys, I will share with you 5 things, no this is 10, 5 things that I love from Itaewon Class. You know, being someone who hasn't watched a K-drama, at least in recent memory. Believe me or not, I haven't watched any Korean drama. The most recent Korean drama that I remember I watched was Lovers in Paris. And that was already like years ago. I was still a kid. And I remember I watched it on ABS-CBN. It's a local TV channel in the Philippines. And it's also dubbed in Tagalog, in Filipino.
Kung hindi mo ako magagawang milyonaryo, bigyan mo na lang ako ng mayamang boyfriend, ano?
Yeah, I still remember the funny Vivian and their love story. It's really nice. And I think that's the only Korean drama that I've watched, actually. Ever since I've been watching only Western dramas, at least on Netflix. 13 Reasons Why, Stranger Things, you know, the usual stuff. But I haven't watched Money Heist, guys. I'm so sorry. And yes, it's on my watch list. But guys, if you haven't watched this series, go ahead and fire up your Netflix. Watch Itaewon Class. I assure you, you're gonna like it. And it's gonna be a roller coaster ride. It's only 16 episodes, 1 hour each. And I'm sure that you will love all the characters and the story itself. You know guys, I haven't been so attached and so invested in a TV series like I've been with Itaewon Class. I don't know if this is like your, you know, your normal thing for K-dramas. I've been caving for years then. So unfortunately guys, I cannot promise that this is going to be spoiler free. So here's your spoiler alert disclaimer. Warning. So anyway guys, skip this video for a while. Go watch it, 16 episodes, and then after that, come back to this video and let's talk about it and let's have some fun. But for those who have already watched it, come on and join me. Let's talk about it. So just a disclaimer guys, I am not a professional movie reviewer or a movie critic or a TV series critic, whatever you call it. I'm just here to share my experience and my thoughts. If you have the same thoughts as with me, I hope you will share it on the comments down below. Or if you disagree, let me know as well. I would love to, you know, start up any conversation about Itaewon Class because I really love to talk about it guys. Number 5 would be the story or plot. And yeah, of course, the story of perseverance of Park Sae-ri is actually a very nice inspiration, right? The other thing that I also like about the story is because, you know, it revolves around real-world business matters. You know, in the series, they talked about a lot in investing, in stock market, and a lot of, you know, big conglomerates. That is actually what is happening in the world right now. So in Korea, fun fact, these conglomerates or family-owned big businesses are called chaebol. Some of the examples of that are, of course, Samsung, LG. These are like some of the Korean conglomerates right now operating in Korea. And of course, in the Philippines, that's not an exception because in the Philippines, we have a lot of conglomerates and family-owned businesses like the Ayala, the C's, the Gokongways, the Tans. Yeah, even though I would admit that the plot or the story is not the perfect, I really like that it's very fast-paced. You will not get bored on a few episodes. On the last episode or the few episodes later on, it's a different story. I will tell you more about that. Okay, moving on. The fourth thing that I really like about Itaewon Class is the depiction of social issues. Of course, Itaewon Class didn't come short of that. I think it's quite controversial and quite brave for the producers of this TV series to involve social issues like LGBTQ+ and racism. I'm quite surprised that, Korea is quite still a conservative country. Yeah, so of course, we are talking about Hyun-hee, who is the chief cook of Danbam, that turns out to be a transgender. But actually guys, to be honest, the first time that I saw Hyun-hee, I thought she was a lesbian. I'm so sorry. And of course, we have Tony, portrayed by Chris Leon. Of course, he's battled to be accepted as a Korean, being a Korean Guinean. That is a nice thing that on this TV series it was talked about, and I hope that including this and talking about this social issue in the TV series send out a nice message and a nice lesson to everyone, not just in Korea but for everyone globally. Stop racism and let's accept each other. Okay, going on to the next one. The third one would be the production. And for me guys, this is what I really liked about Itaewon Class. Maybe because I'm a first timer. Maybe this is, quite a normal thing already for K-dramas. But for me, I really love everything, all the aspects of the film. From cinematography, color grading, to the soundtrack. I really love the soundtrack. And, the editing, it's really nice. I think they really used colors, which are very millennial. And, they really staged Itaewon, which happens to be located in Seoul. I thought it's a different city that, it makes me want to go there right now. Of course, based on my research, Itaewon is really a popular place. It has a lot of clubs, pubs. During the weekend, almost half of the crowd are foreigners because mostly the population who lives there are expats, foreigners, or maybe some tourists. That is because I think of a US military base that is located near Itaewon. So yeah, I also mentioned that the soundtrack is really nice, and one of the songs that I really liked, let me just Google it because I don't know the translation in English, but it's sung by Gaho. It's called Start Over, and it's a really nice one. It's one of my most favorite track. But of course, I think all of the songs in the soundtrack I really like, especially the love songs and the sad songs. I really get affected even though I don't understand what's on it because it's in Korean, and sometimes I sing along even though I don't know the exact Korean words. Yeah guys, that's how I really got addicted to this TV series. Alright, let's move on, and top 2 of our lists would be the actors. Okay, this is one of my favorite topics that I would like to talk about because all of the actors in Itaewon Class are so amazing. They perform really well. I think even though they're just supporting characters, they really gave their best and they performed really great. And they're like, in every scene, it's like they are eating each other alive. Okay, I actually have my top 3 favorite characters or actors in the film. But let me just tell you some of my honorable mentions. And that would be Director Kang. This lady is so beautiful. When you look at her, she's very luxurious. She's very pristine, and in the early episodes I was kind of like, can she really be trusted by Park Se-roy? Because she is from, of course, she's the director of Jangako. She is the the potential candidate to replace Mr. Jang in his position as being the CEO or the chairman. And I'm just happy that it didn't happen because I really liked her. Every time she is on the screen, it looks like she owns it. Like, every words that she would say, I would listen. I think she is very well casted on that role and she performed really well. Alright, enough with my honorable mention. Okay, number 3, that would be King Dami, who plays the role of Lee Seo. I think King Dami is a relatively new actress in the Korean scene. I've been reading a lot of articles that praising her for her performance at Itaewon Class because she really did well actually. And I actually follow her on Instagram. Apparently, she just created her Instagram and she's really working hard for it. I watched like one interview and she's really cute. And I hope that more projects are coming up for her, being, successfully playing the role of Lee Seo. The second on my list would be, the antagonist himself, Mr. Jang Dae-hee. This guy really gives us a really nice headache. And I said really nice headache is because he is a really effective actor. You know guys, he really looks like someone from the Philippines, and it's the late Mr. Eddie Garcia, and now he's in heaven. But I was telling my mom that, mom, if Itaewon Class is going to be remade in Filipino, I think Eddie Garcia would be a nice guy to play Mr. Jang. But yeah, sumalangit nawa. But anyway, going back. So Mr. Jang Dae-hee, played by Mr. Yoo Jae-myung, is actually a very very nice kontrabida. I don't know how to say it, but when all the scenes that he played, he just gave his very best. Like, you would really want to crush him, you would really want to support Saeroyi to crush this guy, put him down on his knees, not you, Saeroyi. And of course, in the later on in the film, especially episode 16, when he finally bowed down against Park Saeroyi, that was a really heartbreaking part. At some point, I feel like this guy is so kawawa. But I feel quite bad for him, and I thought, on a split second, I was like, is Park Saeroyi gonna forgive him for what he did? But I hope he wouldn't. I was like that. So I was really, he's really good in acting. Like, you could really feel the pain, the emotions, and how he loved his own company, Jangako, beyond anyone else. There's nothing superior than his love for his company. Not even his own son. But okay, going back to Mr. Jang Dae-hee, or Mr. Yoo Jae-myung, he really performed well, and I really like him. That's why he is on my number 2 list. Even though he is a kontrabida, I really really liked him. Of course, my number 1 favorite character in the film is no other than Park Saeroyi himself, played by Park Seo-joon. I think Park Seo-joon is quite popular in the Korean scene. He already appeared on a lot of TV series or films in Korea. One of that is What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. It actually rings a bell. I think in the Philippines this was shown again dubbed in Filipino. He starred there alongside with Park Min-young. And I think the most recent one that he had was The Divine Fury. This one I actually wanted to watch because I saw some shots or like some screen caps that it's about boxing, I guess. So I'm quite interested on that. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix, but if you guys know where I can watch it, at least legally, please let me know. If it's illegal, just DM me on my Instagram. So since Park Seo-joon is already an established Korean actor in the Korean Hollywood, it's just expected that he performed really well. Aside from his really nice bangs that he pulled off really well, you could really feel his emotions in the film, and especially when his dad died. This is what made me hooked to the episode actually. It's because of episode 1. When he had this major scene with Gyun-won. I was shouting like, kill him, kill him, kill him. And also my mom told that to me actually when she watched it. She was also screaming like, kill him, patayin mo yan. And we were all kind of like into that scene, and we could really feel his pain and his eagerness to take revenge. Park Seo-joon is a really nice actor, and I look forward to watch more films that he would play. So moving on, my number 1 on the list, of course, is the values. Itaewon Class shows us a lot of lessons, and one of that is, success is not built overnight. In order to be successful, you have to give your best. You have to be your best as well. You need to be ready, and you need to be prepared to experience all the risks and all the complicated things in a business world. Also in Itaewon Class, Park Saeroyi showed us that you cannot be successful being alone. You need to give someone your trust, and once you give trust to that people, you need to believe in them. You cannot be successful just by your own. This is true for most of the successful companies right now. which I hope all other companies also have the same thinking towards their employees, because that is true, guys. I mean, in every business, in every successful business, the core of it are the hardworking employees. This is very inspirational, especially for people who are, for many startup companies out there. This is a very nice inspirational thing to look onto. And of course, for Park Se-roy, even though he had met a lot of challenges, he managed to live on his values that his father taught him. He is kind of like a very nice guy who always look at the silver lining, right? He wouldn't succumb to the pressure of failing, but instead, he has this focus on looking for solutions and ways to overcome these problems. And I think that is a really nice mindset, especially if you are a businessman. And the last thing on my point would be, the little love triangle between Lee Park Se-roy, and Usuwa. So this is a message for all the people who are like Usuwa in their lives. Don't take another person's love for granted. Of course, we give love without expecting anything in return. But as a human, we will get tired. We will be tired at some point. When that happens, when that someone stopped loving you, don't be too surprised because you took advantage of it, right? Nothing is permanent in this world. Everything changes. Yeah, don't be Usuwa, alright? Let's all be Iseo, maybe. But that's all from me, guys. Those are the 5 things that I love with Itaewon Class. How about you? Did you agree at some of my points out here? If you have something in mind you wanted to share, drop it on the comments down below and let's talk about something Itaewon, alright? And being Itaewon Class as the first Korean TV series that I finished and watched, I am looking forward to watch the next Korean TV series, whether it will be on Netflix, another app. I would love to watch another one. Now I understand why some of my friends and other people that I know are so addicted in watching Korean telenovelas or Korean TV series. And being Parasite just recently won the Oscars, I think, Korean filmmakers are on the spotlight right now. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you for joining me and thank you for sticking up to this point of this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends, and also put on some comments down below. Whatever you wanted to talk about Itaewon Class, and whatever recommendations you may have for me to watch next. Alright? But for now, that's it for me, guys. I hope to see you soon in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. New videos are coming to MarkFilms every week. And of course, we are on our road to 2,000 subscribers, although it's still far away, but I promise you guys that once we hit and once we reach that goal, we are going to do a giveaway. Alright? Stay indoors, stay safe, and stay healthy. Annyeong!